Okay, guys, so today I'm going to be explaining to you guys how to use the app Pic Monkey to create a food chain for the PBL unit. So first of all, when you get into Pic Monkey after making an account, you're going to go ahead and you're going to be seen with the screen. You're going to go ahead and press Edit New Image, and then you're going to want to press Blank Canvas. Now you can mess around with it and see other ways. This is just the easiest way to create one. So then what you're going to do is you're going to see all these options right here of things you can do. You can just go ahead and click Etsy listing item photo. It really doesn't matter. It's just kind of the size. And so then what you're going to want to do is you're going to see over here, it has, it says layers. So you're going to see that you're going to have multiple things to work with for this collage. So the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go ahead and select colors, and you're going to want to like go ahead and automatically set the background to white. So I'm going to press apply because it's already white. Now, if you want your background to be another color, you can go ahead and mess around with that. You can make it any color you want, but for this presentation, I'm going to be using white. So now I have that layer on the side, as you can see. So now what you're going to want to do is see, as you can see, you can add text, you can add photos and videos, you can add them upload from your computer, or there's like pre ones. Then there's graphics, which is what we are going to be focusing on today. And then you could also draw on it too, if you want. So that's awesome. So for the graphics, we're going to go ahead and for this food chain specifically for making that, we're going to want to just go ahead and select graphics that are going to apply to our food chain. So I know everyone's going to have a food chain that starts with the sun because the sun is obviously the first step in the food web. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to type in sun on search for graphics. Now look at all these different ones I can work with. Now, I can choose this one, this one, this one. And even if I don't want to do that, I can just go ahead and I can upload a photo of the sun. Maybe I took one on my own, which I didn't, but if I did, I could upload that from my computer. So you have a lot of options here to work with, but just for the purpose of this, I'm going to go ahead and smack this sun on here. So I clicked that one, I selected it, and now I can size him to however I want. So I'm going to probably just put him like this, and I can move him and drag him. And so there we go. Now I have the sun. And then next thing I want to do is I guess I would search for an arrow. So, because food chains, we have arrows that represent the flow of energy. So we're going to go ahead and type an arrow. And like I said, you can draw it as well, or you can find a graphic, which I'm not a great artist. So I'm going to stick with finding graphics, but more power to you if you want to draw. So I'm going to select this guy here. And then I'm going to size him. And now we have an arrow. So we have a food chain coming together. And now let's just do a tree. Because let's just say a tree comes next. So then we have all these tree graphics to look from. Oops, I did accidentally select that. So if that happens, what you're going to do is left click and press cut. So now it's gone. I'm going to just do this one. Like I said, you can choose whichever you want. You can even go to your computer and pick ones that you selected. So now I'm going to size him and move him, and there we go. So the sun gives energy to the trees. And then we would just continue that until we got to the end of our food chain. Now remember, this is a hypothetical food chain. For the actual assignment, you guys are going to be using the food chains that you observed in the classroom garden. This is just to show you guys how to use the application and how to make it. And then once you're done, you can draw on it, you can write your name on it, and we can all upload them and share them as a class. So I'm just going to write Miss Smith. So I did that. I wrote that on there. And so now I can show that whenever it's time to share this with the class, everyone can see that it's mine. So yeah, like I said, you can mess around with it. There's tons of options you can do. You can add tons of graphics, tons of fun things to explore with. It's a really great app, and it's going to be great for us to use to share our food chains. So there we go.